Please support the initiative. Please subscribe and please like. In the previous part, Shivaji defeated the Bijapur forces under Afzal Khan. The defeat significantly reduced the power of Bijapur while Shivaji gained territory, money and power. As Bijapur failed to dislodge Shivaji from his rise, the emperor of the mighty Mughal Empire, Aurangzeb, turned his eyes on him. Aurangzeb had won the Battle of Succession and had become the emperor of the Mughal Empire. As part of diplomacy and so as to have a better control of the Deccan and southern India, the emperor allied with Bijapur. In 1660, on the request of Badi Begum of Bijapur, the emperor of the peacock throne sent his uncle, Shaista Khan, with 150,000 strong force, along with the powerful artillery to curb down Shivaji's rapid progress. His troops were joined by Bijapur's army. Shaista Khan, with his massive army and heavy artillery, seized Pune in no time. He then turned the city of Shivaji, Pune, into a Mughal base to carry out further attacks on the Marathas. Pune was not fortified and therefore Shaista Khan ordered his men to surround the borders of the rich city, thus making a wall of men around the city. Marathas were not allowed to enter or leave the city until they had special passes for special events or were essential laborers. He himself made his residence at Shivaji's palace of Lal Mahal. But this was a big mistake, as Shivaji knew each and every corner of Pune. In April 1663, his men inside Pune staged a fake wedding and took permission for the groom and other guests to enter Pune. Shivaji and his 400 men disguised themselves as groom's procession members and entered Pune. Others entered in small parties dressed as laborers and soldiers of Maratha generals serving under Shaista Khan. Once inside Pune, they waited, and after midnight they sneaked into the palace and raided the stronghold. Marathas were ruthless in this raid, slaughtering hundreds of guards and killing Shaista Khan's son. They then charged for Shaista Khan's room, but the Khan jumped out of the window and escaped, but he lost 3 of his fingers in a melee with Shivaji. Immediately an alarm was raised and thousands of guards charged towards the palace, but the Marathas somehow escaped and then swiftly moved out of Pune, though the borders were heavily guarded. This incident made Aurangzeb furious, and he immediately recalled Shaista Khan and transferred him to Bengal. After Shaista Khan gone, Shivaji quickly regained most of his lost territory and in a surprise move sacked the port city of Surat, a wealthy Mughal trading center, in 1664, so as to replenish his dwindling treasury because of constant wars. This was a big blow for Aurangzeb. Therefore, this time he sent Jai Singh, a veteran Rajput general, against Shivaji. Jai Singh performed well and diplomatically lured Shivaji's key comrades under Mughal services, thus depleting Shivaji's army. The newly recruited Maratha chieftains were aware of guerrilla tactics employed by Shivaji, and thus they safeguarded the Mughals from falling into their trap. By mid-1665, with the fortress at Purandar besieged, and near capture, Shivaji was forced to come to terms with Jai Singh. In the Treaty of Purandar, signed between Shivaji and Jai Singh on 11 June 1665, Shivaji agreed to give up 23 of his forts, keeping 12 for himself, and he agreed to become a vassal of the Mughal Empire. But this was not the end of Shivaji. This was just the beginning. In 1666, Aurangzeb summoned Shivaji to Agra along with his 9-year-old son Sambhaji. He planned to send Shivaji to Kandahar, now in Afghanistan, to consolidate the Mughals' empire northwestern frontier. However, in the court, Aurangzeb made Shivaji stand behind his Mansabdars, meaning military commanders. Shivaji took offense and stormed out of the court and was promptly placed under house arrest in a huge haveli under the watch of Afzal Khan, Kotwal of Agra. Aurangzeb planned to execute Shivaji, but Shivaji bribed the courtiers to support his case. Nevertheless, the Maratha warrior knew that Aurangzeb was unpredictable. Therefore, he made a plan to escape at the earliest. Popular legend says that Shivaji smuggled himself and his son out of the house in large baskets of either sweets or apples. These baskets containing sweets and delicious fruits were sent every day by his comrades. As a rule, all baskets were inspected thoroughly by the guards. But as it became a routine affair, the guards took it lightly and stopped checking the baskets. And on the D-Day, Shivaji and his son escaped by hiding inside the big baskets. After Shivaji's escape, hostilities with the Mughals ebbed, with Mughal Sardar Jaswant Singh acting as an intermediate between Shivaji and Aurangzeb for new peace proposals. During the period between 1666 and 1668, Aurangzeb conferred the title of Raja on Shivaji. He was also permitted to attack and raid the decaying Adil Shahi. The weakened Sultan Ali Adil Shah too sued for peace and granted the rights of Sar Deshmukhi and Chauthai to Shivaji. The peace between Shivaji and Mughals lasted until 1670. The renewed hostility resulted in gains for Shivaji as he went offensive against the Mughals. He recovered most of his territory surrendered to Mughals. He sacked Surat for a second time in 1670 and defeated the Mughal army sent under Daud Khan. On 6 June 1674, Shivaji was crowned as the king of Maratha Swaraj in a lavish ceremony at Raigarh Fort. Shivaji was entitled Shakakarta, meaning founder of an era, and Chhatrapati, meaning the paramount sovereign. He also took the title of Hindava Dharmodharak, meaning protector of the Hindu faith. After his coronation, the Marathas undertook an aggressive campaign, raiding Khandesh, Ponda, Karwar, Kolhapur and Athani. In 1677, Shivaji allied with Golconda and invaded Karnataka with 30,000 cavalry and 40,000 infantry, backed up by Golconda artillery and funding. Proceeding south, Shivaji seized forts of Vellore and Jinji. In late March 1680, Shivaji fell ill with fever and dysentery and died on 5th April 1680 at the age of 52. After Shivaji's death, Aurangzeb thought that the Maratha threat is now over, and he immediately went offensive, leading a massive army by himself in 1681. But Shivaji was rightly honored with the title of Shakakarta, meaning founder of an era. The empire he built was financially sound and boasted a big army. Moreover, over the years, Marathas learnt ways to subdue Mughals under Aurangzeb. The war between the two went for 27 years. Territories changed hands repeatedly between the Mughals and the Marathas. The conflict finally ended in 1707 with the defeat of the Mughals, thus embarking a new era which would be dominated by the Marathas.
Please support the initiative. Please subscribe and please like.